Hi, I'm Eric Summerer, and here's what's coming from the Dice Tower this week.
I am super excited, and this is why.
Tom Vasel's Top 100 Games of All Time.
Oh, I love that song, but that's why, folks. In about a month, October, very beginning of October, we will start our countdown, where I will be giving you my favorite top 100 games of all time, which might have changed from last year. It's possible. And Melody's top 100 games, which I know have changed since last year. But more importantly,
The Dice Tower People's Choice Top 100 Games of All Time.
Yes. Your top 100 games. Now, if you want to be involved with the top 100 games of all time, it's very simple. All you have to do is click the link at the bottom of this video or go to the dicetower.com website where we will have a link to that. I'll try to post this link everywhere. And you can vote your favorite 20 games. Well, you can just vote for one if you want, or 10 or 15. I don't care how many games you vote for, but you can vote for 20. So you don't have to worry about your favorite game being voted down by other people. We're just taking people's favorite games. And you can go in there and you can vote and just pick your games, and then this voting will be open to about close to the end of September, and at the end of September we're going to shut down voting, and I'm going to total them together and find out what the People's Choice Top 100 games are, and we're going to see how much they've changed from last year. Have new games made the list? Do we have a different pool of people voting this year? We'll have to see. So vote on this, and if you can, spread the word and tell other people to vote on this too. I like to get as many people as possible to vote on your top 100 games as of 2012. So that will be a lot of fun. When you vote on this, you'll have to register with dicetower.com, and we do that simply to keep it from being spammed by people, to make it easy just to go in and vote 10 times for the same thing. Your email address is stored in our server, and we will never use it. I won't even use it to email you, so do not worry about that. We won't give that information away. So go out and vote. Also, there's another link that we'll put in this video where you can go out and vote for the Oggies, they're called. This is a new, well, not a new award. I guess they started it last year. It's done by the Ogre Role-Playing Society, and they have all these different things, and there's nominations where you can vote on your favorite games of the year. And for podcasts, Dice Tower is there. So if you like Dice Tower, and I hope you do, otherwise, why would you be watching? If you can go and vote for us there, that'd be neat to win an award. All right, let's get to the news. Speaking of awards, we have the IGA Awards, the International Gamers Awards. These are a group of gamers from all over the world who get together each year and vote on their favorite games of the year, although their year kind of goes from June to June. They've been very Eurocentric in the past, but they have some very interesting choices this year, so go check out the games that won that. Rob Daviau is leaving Hasbro Games. He's the one who brought us all the good Hasbro games, and now he's going to start his own design company, Iron Wall. And all the rest of our news is all Kickstarter related. That's because most of the big board game companies have made their announcements for Gen Con, and now the rest of their announcements will come later on, closer to Essen. For Kickstarter, on Kickstarter now we have Guts of Glory. Interesting theme about what you eat. We have Salmon Run, which is a game about moving salmon upstream, and it's kind of like, it has almost a robo-rally aspect to it as you move your fish up, but it's also a deck-building game, some interesting mechanics. That's coming from Griffin Games. Story Realms. I'm not sure this is a board game or a role-playing game. It's kind of halfway between both of them. Something unique and interesting from Game Salute. That's Story Realms. And Mars Needs Mechanics. Apparently they do, so that's another game on Kickstarter. And then this one, I don't know if it has any appeal to board game fans. It's a new source book for Pathfinder, a role-playing game, but I thought it was interesting because it comes from the Red Dragon Inn by Slugfest Games, and they put together, that's a silly game about afterwards in the inn, after the dungeon run, and so now they're trying to make a source book for inns for Pathfinder. That's pretty much all the news I have. However, you can check our news feed, as always, at dicetowernews.com, powered by Game Salute. And 3 times a week, Remy Gibson puts out a 5 to 7 minute podcast that talks about the news. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Really checked it out. Subscribe to it on iTunes. He does a fantastic job there. Okay, let's move on to the reviews that we'll be doing this week. There is a ton of reviews, thanks to our resident reviewer, Ryan Metzler, who will be reviewing the abstract series of games from Miranda, which includes Hexover, TrapX, Abaddon, Pathagon, and Quadify. He'll also be taking a look at the game Fishing for Terrorists, the time-traveling game Legacy, Gears of Time, and Farmageddon. I just like saying that name. And then finally, the big review that Ryan will be doing this week, of course, is the collectible card game Android Netrunner. Now, for myself and the Vasel clan, we'll be taking a look at Raiding Parties, a game of pirate combat. Get a Life, which is a party game. Snake Oil, another party game. Unhinged and Pathwords Jr. Both of those are kind of puzzle games from Think Fun. Shake Shake Tower, a game from Korea. Rockstars Dice Capades, which is about being a rock star, mostly a kid-style game there. The Vasel girls will be taking a look at that one. Swish, which is a very, very puzzly type game from Think Fun. Let's Take a Hike from Stratamax, which is a push your luck game. Bonanza. Yeah, we're taking a look back at the older game Bonanza, one of Uwe Rosenberg's first big hits. Distraction, that's another game from Think Fun. Crude, this is a reprint from Stronghold of the old game McMulti, an economic game to be sure. Spartacus, Blood and Sandals. This is a game that I did not think would be good, but I heard many good things about it, so I checked it out for myself. And finally, Mythic Battles, which is a new game from Aiello. Heard of Aiello? They did King of Tokyo. All right, let's move on to the Dice Tower Network. Some exciting news there, but let's talk about our podcast. Lootology, number 39. Roll and move games. You know, you roll the die, move your piece. Are those all bad? Can it be good? Is it a good mechanic? They talk about it. On Board Games talks about sports games, something that doesn't seem to always take on so well with board games. And they also review a few games like Magical Athlete and Kingdom Builder. Plaid Hat number 59 does their post-Gen Con show. They were there all wearing plaid hats, having a great time. Was it as great as it looked like to me? Well, listen to their show to find out. Not Just Another Board Gaming Podcast has an interview on episode number 22 with R.A. Salvatore, a very famous author of the Drizzt series, and they also talk about their experiences at the World Board Gaming Championship. Flip the Table number 10 takes a look at RoboCop, the VCR game. Yes, you youngins, we used to use VCRs for games. It was not a pretty sight. Go check out that podcast for a good laugh. Cardboard Jungle is a new podcast. We welcome them to the Dice Tower Network. Anthony and Paul are the hosts of this show, and their stated goal is to promote the industry, to promote designers, promote publishers. Anthony and I have met several years ago. I have a great time. I appreciate what he's been doing for the industry. So check out the Cardboard Jungle. And another podcast we're adding to the Dice Tower Network is the D6 Generation. Now, D6 Generation is interesting because they do board games and miniatures games. And that's evidenced by their most recent episode, 110, where they talk about the X-Wing game, and they also talk about Evil Baby Orphanage. And they're a longer podcast, but they're a lot of fun, hosted by Russ and Craig. Go check out the D6 Generation. And then on Tuesday, Dice Tower number 270, we'll be releasing that. We'll be reviewing Seasons, Dominion of Dark Ages, and Eric and I will be doing a preview of the Shadows over Camelot card game. And then we'll be talking about tips on how to store your game collection. Am I excited? Am I wired? I am, because so many great things are coming up. We have so many reviews to show you guys. The top 100's on its way. So many good podcasts. Why are you even watching this? Turn off this video. Go vote for the top 100 games. And, oh, yeah, if you'd like to support the Dice Tower, well, you can get promo cards for Eminent Domain. You can get promo cards for Summoner Wars, and you can get promo cards for Revolver and for Panic Station, and that's all thanks to Plaid Hat Games, to Tasty Minstrel Games, and to Stronghold Games, and we appreciate that. And you can get Dice Towers and dice, and you can find all that information at our website, dicetower.com. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel. It's time to get to work. See you next time.
Find all this and more at dicetower.com. See you soon.